KYXY getting healed up by the Soul Rip here by the Undying. There comes Funnick in with the balls. 3 heroes down at the moment. They've managed to pop the Aegis here on Storm Spirit. Can they kill him for the second time? That's going to be the real testament to see if they can do it. But no, KYXY is out of there. They're going to go for the easier target. Looking for Mushi. Mushi eats the cheese. He's a bit of a fan of the old Gorgonzola. Trying to continue to fight this. Blood Bright's been thrown down. A Force bringing Kessigima low. Kissing still alive at this moment in time. KYXY just doing too much. Mushi low. Needs the life steal. Isn't going to find it. Mushi's going to drop. KYXY getting psyched up. Can they kill the Storm? Yes, they can! It's a team wipe! Fnatic hit the deck, and Na'Vi are able, for what seems to be the first time in forever, take an incredibly convincing fight against Fnatic. What a performance.
They're going to force buybacks here, too. Seneko TP's mid straight away, forces Mushi to buy back into the game. The Storm's going to be up in 20. KYXY had a lot of Bloodstone charges for that, but that was cheese. That was Aegis. They forced 1 buyback? Only 1, and that's with Seneko using his song and immediately canceling it, saying to himself, okay, this song wasn't actually ideal. So the fact that Na'Vi, they get that huge weave stack going, they chase out with mass minus armor. This Naga Siren is insanely tanky at this point, has a diffusal blade. She can just upgrade it if she wants, buy moon shards, and pretty much Boots of Travel level 2. I think he actually has enough money for everything, if he wants to do that. That fight all kicked off by KYXY going back in, tries to kill Dendi, the Grave saves him, and then Funnick dies, sure, but again, he had buyback, and they commit so hard. They want to end the game because they know that Seneko is not going to allow them to keep those lanes pushed. He's just going to continually pressure, and unfortunately for Fnatic, it wasn't great. Like, that was a 15,000 experience swing of a team fight.
Oh.
I mean, that's gold, but yeah.
Damn.
The experience was...
We'll have a look at the XP now, Andy. Oh, there we go. There we go. Starting to swing round indeed. I mean, they've got to be careful. You can't be losing fights like this, as you said, against a lineup with an incredibly stacked Seneko Naga. 36,000 net worth coming up on the board for him. 6k ahead of the KYXY Storm Spirit. And, I mean, what does he buy? What's he got coming out for him at the moment? Is it just the upgraded... Okay, it's the upgraded diffusal. Okay, it's going to pop up to the second level of that. But with the amount of money he's got enough to, of course, upgrade those bots. And then after that, is this how you remain 6-slotted? Is there anything you can go for on top of this? Anything
you can get refresher.
Out?
You can get refresher.
But does he need refresher? I mean, with the Octarine, it's a 45 seconds cooldown.
A lot of it is more about like refreshing Boots of Travel and stuff. Like even with a lower cooldown from Octarine, you can do stuff like bot in, spawn illusions, refresh, bot back to base. Because sometimes in the late game, if a team sees you bot to a wave and you don't have refresher, they will just go for an all-in push, right? That's why Seneko is very conservative with his Boots of Travel use so far. And if he has to leave base, he always walks if he sees Fnatic on his side of the map. If he was to teleport, then Fnatic can just say, oh, we just push. But if you get refresher, you have a lot more opportunity to play around with it and make a little bit more space and deal more damage to the tier 3s by being able to use your bots twice in succession. So he can go that. He can decide to go for Necrobook, put it on the courier, just be really annoying and just spawn stuff. Buy his own courier even. I mean, when you're getting to this kind of gold territory, a lot of stuff is possible. But he should buy Moonshards first.
Oh, Moonshard. Yeah, that's something that I've overlooked. I'd like to see a bit of the old Moonshard Seneko Naga. That's the dream there. Mushi. He's being eyed up here by Na'Vi, and here we go straight in onto Mushi with the Hex as well. Can they bring him down? Yes, they can! That's your Bloodseeker down for 2 minutes. Let's have a look at the buyback, because it doesn't look like it's available. KYXY trying to fight back here, pulling in Artstar here. Artstar getting low, but with the Ghost Scepter going to be okay. And now as Na'Vi continues to fight, KYXY is incredibly low on mana, needs to be careful. There is a freezing field coming out from Kessigima, but doing enough, but the Roar's punch there from Funnick will cancel it. They lose KYXY as well. He will buy back straight away, but Kessigima on the sidelines. The Mushi Bounty Hunter, Bloodseeker down as well. They don't have buybacks. Seneko there with a clutch song. TP's out. The Na'Vi side will escape. They did lose Funnick and Artstar off the back of that, but the fact that they were able to get Mushi off the map for 90 seconds is huge. And okay, there's your 7th slotted item. It's going to be the Necro 3 picked up by Seneko. He wants to get the push on.
He bought his own courier too.
A Hex picked up by Havorst as well. I mean, this game is going from spectacle to spectacle.
I mean, this is the Midas touch, I guess you could say, right? Like, Seneko right now is the king of money. He's got almost 800 CS, 770 right now, 60 minutes in.
Oh, man.
And this was a guy who didn't start off as a position 1. Like, it came to be as the game kind of progressed. And like I was saying earlier, man, in Seneko we trust. The guy can play pretty much any kind of role that he needs to.
He has more CS now than the entirety of his team put together. The work that this guy's putting in.
Yep. I mean, this is what happens when you play Naga, right? Like, you soak up the entire map.
Yeah, it's expected.
It's very, very common for this kind
especially 61 minutes in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, okay, he's sending his Necrobook on the courier out to him in the top lane, or keeping it at least in the area. The other thing too that was super painful for Fnatic, Mushi is still dead. Like he bought back, and then he died again. He was dead for 2 minutes, and then KYXY bought back. Seneko songed, and KYXY couldn't get a return kill. So that was a massive investment coming in from Fnatic with no game, absolutely nothing. And because they lost a huge team fight, Na'Vi have been pushing the lanes so hard. Like Seneko is sending his Necrobook minions down middle lane now. He's got the illusions as well. He's actually mismicroed a bit because, okay, there we go. Now the Necrobook is actually attacking. But they know Roshan's going to be up soon. And this time, Fnatic, if they're going to contest, they need to smoke for it.
Look, they're just dealing with this push from the Naga. You know, where's your creep wave at now? It's gone. And the Necros, yep, KYXY he's having a bit of a difficulty. And at this point, you know, if you look to the game about 20 minutes ago, it was Na'Vi being pressured into their base. Now, it's pretty much Fnatic being very, very careful about when they leave theirs, because they've been on the receiving end of the aggression that Na'Vi have, and no, they're at a point now where they can quite easily lose a fight against Na'Vi if Na'Vi get the jump. And Na'Vi, they're going to look to use this space to go for Roshan. But Fnatic, smoked up, they want to contest this one. This is going to be big. It's a half elf for the moment. Kessick leading the way here. In we go straight away with the BKB. Now with the freezing field. Fnatic trying to get the no with the Warriors Punch, but he's actually going to opt to use the snowball here. They have lost Artstyle here on the Dazzle. Havor's doing what he can here with the Eye of the Storm. Seneko running around as well, focusing on to Mushi. Mushi gets down, and he will be able to bring down Havors before Seneko can save him with the Song of the Siren. Seneko will simply TP out. They'll send Dendi back to base as well. And this is going to open it up for Fnatic themselves to claim Roche and get the Aegis and the Cheese onto their team. A big win there for Fnatic.
That was such a good timing. Like, Seneko not being there at the start of the fight, Mushi just going in straight away, killing one of the highest net worth heroes. Like, they took out Havost, and as soon as he dies, it's automatically just, they can't fight anymore. Artstyle, I think, was the first one who dropped a little bit further to the right, inside of the river. But it was all about taking away the Aegis from Na'Vi.
There's also a gem that was dropped as well. I believe that is Artstyle's gem. They didn't spot that out. So we'll see if the team recovers that one.
It's still kind of important to have gem, but for now, it's more just about like who wins the next couple of engagements. And Vision right now definitely favoring Fnatic. They've gotten a couple of wards down. And that smoke, you kind of have to anticipate that play from Fnatic, because when you see the lanes pushing in and Fnatic's not showing on the map, it becomes fairly obvious, okay, well, they're sitting in the base or they know we're doing Roche. So it felt like Na'Vi maybe weren't fully prepared for that, or at the very least, Seneko wasn't close enough to the pit to really have the impact that he was looking for. By the time he got the song off, it was already a little bit too late. And with the use of that Aegis and Cheese, maybe Fnatic, maybe they get one more shot here.
They're going to go for it this time. Aegis and Cheese. And so, as you were saying, let's see what Na'Vi can do in order to stop this. They have got everyone up, and they're smoking up as well, looking for maybe to bait a KYXY forward onto a jump. Weave's going to get thrown down by Artstyle. Lotus Sword popped onto KYXY as well to help him against these Scythe initiations. And here we go. Okay, Fnatic in with the Warriors Punch. They just have to follow it up now. KYXY is a little piggy punch. He's trying to chase it down. Look at the damage he is doing here. Havorsto did get the static link off. And now the ensnare holding Mushi back in place. Ohio and KYXY grouped up. Then he has got the Dream Call available, and when your Rift comes out with the BKB there straight away, they're trying to get Kessigimba getting low. They will bring down the Crystal Maiden. Snowball coming out just in time here from Fnatic. Mushi getting low. Look at the damage Havorst is doing. It's doing too much. Mushi's going to fall. KYXY trying to fight through this one. Seneko getting at the Mirror's Image and now chasing down Mushi. Mushi's fairly speedy, trying to run himself away. Here we go. Now he's popping down the Blood Bright. Can they kill Mushi? Getting low. The damage again. Havorst doing so much with the AC and everything. Mushi can't run himself out of this one. Now they look towards Ohio. Ohio will get the Hex out onto Seneko, but KYXY, he's saved up from Dendi. KYXY gets Warriors punched here by Fnatic. Ohio trying to duke it out into the sideline here with the Glimmer Cave. Havorst incredibly low, but he's got the shallow grave here from Artstyle. Mushi, can he fight it? Can he get the lifesteal? No, he won't get the lifesteal. We'll get the kill though. He's getting so ripped up. Mushi, he's going to live. It's a double kill for Mushi. He'll clear out the creep waves as well. A TP was being attempted by Na'Vi. There's a buyback from Havorst, a buyback as well from Seneko. But the side of Fnatic, they back off after that one. And what a fight. So Na'Vi essentially all dying in that one. Only 3 dropping on Fnatic with the buyback from Mushi. But that buyback from Mushi pretty much did secure them that team fight. As he came back in, was able to get a double kill against Na'Vi. And we can see a fairly hefty gold swing, adding up to, well, pretty much over 8,000 difference created between the gold and XP. A little slightly less, but the money certainly favouring the side of Fnatic because of all those buybacks that Na'Vi did have to expend there.
Fnatic or Mushi made it so worth it. Like he made his buyback pay for itself in full. Like there's no way that they have to buy back on anyone on the side of Na'Vi if Mushi is dead after that Aegis and they don't continue pushing it in. So the fact that his buyback paid for itself, it was so close to being him just having a dieback. And if that happened, Na'Vi would have just probably walked down the lane and just won the game. Because both of their cores had to buy out at that point. And if you're alive and you know Mushi's dead for 2 minutes, it's like, okay, well, we pretty much just, at the very least, take your mid-racks. Because that's plenty of time at this stage, given how inflated everyone's damage is. But now, Fnatic, they have to play so careful. They're taking these team fights with Cheese and Aegis, and they're still not winning. I mean, yeah, buyback is always a thing when you're defending your base, but when you have this level of farm, Mushi is almost fully slotted. Like, he can buy moon shards, I guess, and that's about it. But otherwise, like KYXY, he's pretty much in the same boat. He can just buy moon shards. I think he has buyback available. He is the only core, though, on Fnatic who has it. So I feel like it's super risky to take a fight right now.
31 to 20 at 67 minutes in now on the clock. Yet again, in these TI5 group stages, another game that's over an hour. I don't know what the kind of record is of how many.
I think it's like 85 minutes. At TI5,
the record. I mean, just the number of games that have been this long. There's
you mean
feels
a
to be a lot of them, that's been in this tournament so far. It's a very different thing to what we were seeing in previous patches, I can tell you that. It's quite something, and okie dokie, going forward and going out.
That was so
little bit of a jump there.
KYXY is trying to give me a heart attack, dude. Like, if he got hit there and Hex, he was dead.
Well, Na'Vi at this point playing very, very carefully, understandably so as well. What's that been upgraded here by Seneko? Still seeing on 5,300 going forwards. Fnatic. Oh, okay, with the Hex from Denny. Can they find Mushi now? KYXY balling in straight away. Pop the BKB as well. Looking for Denny. Denny's been hexed up. Now Denny's got the Lotus Orb on himself, trying to turn it around. Mushi with his BKB and the Lotus Orb. But it's the Song of the Siren from Seneko, maybe setting this one up. Mushi getting low, and indeed he will go down. That's going to be Mushi down for 2 minutes with that dieback effectively. Now looking for KYXY. Can they get him? KYXY, he's getting low, but Kessigimba doing what he can with the freezing field. Pretty big. Kessigimba to fall though. KYXY's out of mana, and the Walrus Punch there. Vonnig be able to finish him off. Buyback from Storm Spirit. Realizes his team needs him to turn this one around. Ohio keeping himself alive. He's got a fair few decay stacks. And there we go. KYXY zipping straight back into the fight. He'll find one. Who's going to go for? He's going to go for Havorst here. Pulling him in. They've lost Dendy. They've lost Seneko. Neither of these heroes with buyback available. This KYXY buyback might just win the game here for Fnatic. He's looking for Havorst here. Going forward. Will he be able to get it? Arstal doing what he can to keep him up. Arstal's out. Pig. Pigs don't help people live. They help people eat. And that's going to be it. Potentially 3 heroes down on Na'Vi. Fnatic stuck in the tree line. They're looking for him. Arstal trying to do what he can to keep his team alive. He says, guys, I'm trying my best here. It's not going to be enough. Fnatic will get a shuriken to the backside. Buyback from Artstar, but it's a Dazzle trying to defend the base against 3 very, very angry members of Fnatic who are going to look to take the bottom set of racks and potentially more because buybacks are not on the menu for Na'Vi.
Dear God, man. Between Kessick and KYXY, they totally carried that fight. That CM ulti did so much work. No buybacks on Na'Vi. Fnatic, they're going straight for the throne. That fight looked so good for Na'Vi in the start. That song, completely isolating Mushi with his BKB and killing him straight away 2 minutes off the map. Nothing he could do. He basically sat on the sidelines and watched his team pretty much carry him to victory. I mean, that fight was completely nuts. KYXY and Kessick, OP.
That Storm buyback, that was game win. I mean, Na'Vi, they haven't tapped out yet. I mean, it must be frustrating to get to 17 minutes in. Na'Vi.
The bounty buys a book. Johnny buys book in their base and pops at the push.
Johnny.
Good game, well played, comes out from Na'Vi.
It was always good at literature.
How did Fnatic actually win this game? Like,
wow.